What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to give you a product review for the Joy-Con wheels. So the Joy-Con wheels, they are a steering wheel accessory for the Nintendo Switch, usable with the Joy-Cons. So pretty much these are going to be used for any racing games. Right now there's 2 racing games as of this video that these work with, which are Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Fast RMX. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a retail game as well as a digital game on the eShop. Fast RMX, as of this video, is digital only. When you purchase a game physically, you want to always check on the back and see right here, Joy-Con wheel compatible. So you always want to look out for that to see if it is compatible with the Joy-Con wheel. Most of the racing games going forward, there's the only other major racing game announced for the Switch right now is Redout. It remains to be seen if it's going to be using the wheels or motion controls in general, but if a racing game has motion controls, you pretty much will be able to use the wheels with them. So always look on the back to see if it supports them. The wheels themselves are pretty much just hunks of plastic. As you can see, I got one without the controller here. There's no real, there's no wiring, no electronics, no batteries, nothing else. It's just a hunk of plastic to set the Joy-Con in. So you may be thinking, well, why do I need it? To simulate the experience of an actual, like you're in a racer, to actually have the steering wheel. It also simulates the experience of classic arcade games, like back in the day when you go to an arcade and they have the big racing arcades with the steering wheels. It makes your home console feel a lot more like that, which is really cool. So you get 2 of them in the box, and the box is $14.99. Amazing value. I gotta say, I love that price. Now we are going to compare, of course, to this. This is the Wii Wheel Accessory that Nintendo released back in 2008. It launched with Mario Kart Wii for the original Nintendo Wii, and it was used for several other racing games on the Wii as well. And me personally, I was never the biggest fan of this. Something just felt off to me. I don't know, something felt really off to me with this one. But the Switch wheel, it really fits in your hand. It's nice, portable, compact. It's tiny, but it's not like your hands don't get cramped. It feels compact. Something about this I don't know, it doesn't sit right. This had the trigger on the back, whereas these have the triggers on the top here. Now I've seen other people complain about these triggers and say that you have to really press down on them. You do, but when you're in the heat of a race, you're really going to be pressing down anyways. So I've had no issues with that in regards to that. So as far as, like I said, we can do a size comparison right here. You can see the Switch wheel can pretty much fit inside the Wii wheel. So you pretty much see there is a difference, but the Wii remotes back in the day would just sit in here. But like I said, there was a lot of stuff that rubbed me the wrong way. Later on, when they made the Wii remote guards, you have to take them off every single time to put them in here, which was a pain. Like I said, they had the trigger on the back. The Wii was heavily utilizing the pointer, which means the pointer you can still get here, but you have to be like pointing it at like this, like the TV at like this, if you wanted to use the pointer, like to go into the Wii menu and stuff while you were in a game like Mario Kart Wii using this. It was just a little bit of a hassle, that's all. Because the Switch is more, it has motion controls as an option, but it's not the primary focus like the Wii was. It makes it a lot more general, a lot more streamlined. Obviously the Joy-Cons don't have the pointer. The right controller does have the infrared sensor, but it's not pointer based like the Wii was, so you don't have that issue. And then, like I said, the triggers, instead of being on the back, they're actually on top. So whereas you're not trying to press like that, your fingers rest here the entire time. It's really good. Now obviously it's not needed for motion controls. You can use motion controls with just the Joy-Con on its side. So like I said, I got one here, and you can just do this. You can also, if you really wanted to, you could use the Joy-Con straps, which do help. They do help more so than not using them. So if you put it like that, you can do this. It makes the buttons better. But I have played both Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Fast RMX with motion controls. I've played them with just the Joy-Con by itself. I've played them with the Joy-Con and the wrist strap, and I've played them with the Joy-Con wheel. And when it comes to motion controls, I feel like the Joy-Con wheel is definitely the way to go. Something about it just makes it more accurate. The Joy-Cons, they're fine on their own, but you tend to turn a lot more when it's just the controller on its side. This just adds a bit more to it, and it makes you really feel like you are holding that steering wheel, so you're a little more cautious. So like, it feels like you're turning more when you're not, which is actually a bit more accurate than this, because this, you feel like if you want to turn, you end up turning your controller so much that you turn more than you want to. So I just feel like this gives a little bit more accuracy, because like I said, because it adds a little bit more bulk to it that you need, that makes it a little bit more balanced. Again, I like the size. It is tiny, but it's I don't refer to it as tiny. I refer to it as compact. These can easily fit in some of the bigger Switch cases, and you can throw them in a backpack. They don't take up as much room as something like this, and obviously this. Because obviously your Joy-Cons, you can just put them right on the side of your Switch, throw one or two of these in your backpack, good to go, you know, take it to parties or gathering, whatnot, and people have the option of using this. So it's really, really good. Like I said, I really like it. As far as installing the Joy-Cons, it's very simple. Like I said, just they lift out like that. There's no real click or anything. You can see right here, you have your plus and your minus here, just like the Joy-Con straps. You have a plus and minus on them as well. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to line them up. So as you can see, plus, plus. You put the top end first and just put it down, and it's that simple. It really is that simple. So yeah, like I said, it's good. Like I said, you do get two of them in the pack for $14.99. That is a great value in my opinion. Compared to this back in the day, I believe was retailing for either 15 or 20 on its own. It did fluctuate a lot, but I believe it launched at like 15 or 20 on its own. But you could, one thing the Wii did was you could get this bundled with Mario Kart Wii, as well as Excite bots, I believe. As of now, there's no bundle with this that includes a wheel. I feel like they should have made a bundle with it, but hey, you know, can't have it all. And one other thing I do like about the Wii was that you were able to use the straps. You just fed them through here, and you could still use the straps. These ones you can't really use the straps with, but I do feel because they're tinier and they're more, I guess, like they feel more durable. So that way, even if you were to drop it, it's not going to break as much as this. This is definitely a lot heavier, has a lot more heft to it, whereas this is almost weightless. I mean, it's not weightless, but it's what I'm saying. It just feels like this isn't going to take as much damage when you drop it, because it doesn't have as much weight to it that's going to really, you know, impact it. So I feel like you know, the wrist strap doesn't exactly matter. So I really like this. My bottom two fingers just rest down there, top two fingers up here, middle fingers in the back, thumbs here, good to go. Like I said, it's really, really comfortable in my opinion. I really like these. Like I said, I like them a lot, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you like motion controls, definitely, like I said, if you like motion controls and you're into racing games of any sort, like I said, there's two out right now. So there's not a whole lot of options, but if you like motion controls, if you want an arcade-like experience in your living room, definitely pick you up one of these. They shouldn't be too hard to find. Like I said, $14.99, you get a set of two. Like I said, they utilize all the Joy-Cons, doesn't matter what color, you know. But if you aren't into racing games, obviously you don't need these. If you're not into motion controls at all, if you're totally against motion controls, then obviously you're not going to need these. But if you're playing these games with motion control, definitely I recommend them. Especially when it comes to the racing in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I will say stay clear of battle mode when it comes to using motion controls. Motion controls are really not for battle mode. You'll want to use just normal buttons or the Pro Controller for that. But other than that, motion controls, this is the way to go, definitely. So I highly recommend it. Really good, solid wheels that Nintendo made here for a very, very good price, very good bundle. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys found this informative, and I will catch you